On the other side of the moon, so you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon welcome.
Optimal.
shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Donos imaragith, wanara korachi drumta sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rachata, taranamo sibu and dasarans, crema sunkun ratungala, chawi mo jubu in kosoracha. Taranamo sibu and dasarans, crema sunkun.
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Duxon. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
Diagnostic. For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated. I am attempting to access my weapon systems, and I cannot. Alarmed embarrassment. If this gets back to the other units, we will be decommissioned. Optimal.
Status active.
Accuracy ratio is maximum. Ready. Systems failing, Master. Statement. HK-40... Yes, Master.
Status active.
Yes, Master.
Hold it right there. We've got you surrounded. I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here? Why does everyone except Mandalorians hold grudges after battle? We were both tested, and your side proved more formidable. We honor you for it. We're both veterans, and we can test each other again if you choose. But I have... If we were planning to attack you, then we would have opened fire. You left yourself exposed on both sides, and you would have... We have orders to escort you to our camp. No one enters the camp without an escort. We've got no orders to fight you. Looks like there'll be bloodshed before the day is over.
Ready. To serve.
Is enough to completely surrender.
So you're the one that picked a fight with my sentries. The sensors also picked up your battle in space. You've had a pretty busy day. That ends now. No more fighting in our camp. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians. Mandalore is the name we give to our leader. Becoming Mandalore is the greatest honor any Mandalorian could aspire to. When our leader falls in battle, the most worthy takes his place. So even though your army killed our leader, it was only a matter of time before we chose someone new. Me. So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth. I don't travel with anyone I'm not sure of. You look capable, but ISIS can be a dangerous place. If you want to travel on my shuttle, I want to make sure you aren't going to be a liability. Mandalore is the name we give, so even though you're... This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we come... Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts all... scattered perhaps, but... I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have... What do you want?
Your ship's pilot and gunner are both skilled. You destroyed many underrun fighter craft in the recent space battle.
is our battle circle. You should leave, even if the sergeant lets you fight with us. You will... This is our... even if this...
Yes. Is there?
For Mandalore!
So you are the visiting Jedi. Our history is one of battles and wars, but there are times when even we must deal with... It pales to what we really thirst for. Honor in battle, but it keeps us... I am Davro, a Mandalorian warrior. Our history... A few. No fights to the death. Other parts of our training weed out the weak. There are individual rules for each fight. The warrior with greater honor determines...
So, the Jedi comes to grace us. The battle circle is reserved only for real. For today, I have the honor of commanding the battle circle. The battle circle is only a small part of our training regiment. If you were to compete, you would have to do so on our terms. Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be a match for even the lowliest of Mandalorian warriors? If you want to try and fight us on our terms, that can be arranged. We are not merchants. We are Mandalorians. The only... Be careful when you ridicule a Mandalorian. Is there anything else you want? You are new here, so you will fight Davro. He is young and has not been able to prove himself in battle. Davro, what are your terms?
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Don't step out of the circle and pull it. Step into the battle circle. Now you will You have violated the rules of the battle. You used a force power. You must follow all the terms of if you fight again. Here to watch your... The match between the Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. As little honor as you have gained, it is...
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even... I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades... No. It is up to the sergeant. The battle circle was not designed. Learning from books or holobits is useless when battle rages and soldiers are dying around you. Real knowledge can only be gained through combat. Perhaps we can learn from... You talk with the sergeant, but there will be no terms if we fight. But I want to fight you with all your skill. Victory isn't... This is not a battlefield, Jedi. If it were, I trust you wouldn't have the same opinion. I prepare and train, readying my mind and weaponry for a real challenge. Peace is not our natural element. Mandalorians handle it differently. I focus on educating myself and...
Here to watch a fight or to... After defeating Davro, you have... Since he is the challenger... I will send a runner to Kek. between Kex and the Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Here to watch a fight or to participate? You choose to fight again. Now face a real, just fist and foot like you fought with Devril. Nothing else. Tigran chooses to fight hand to hand. The match between the Jedi is the clear, and the only Mandalorians left for you to fight are our champions. No one can fight, and it must be real proof. The kind you gain fighting foes to the death. And a champion must observe it. There are two champions in the camp, Braylor and Kelborn. Until... Unless a battle circle champion vouches...
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. I have studied much of the Jedi. I could only do that if I observed you fight an enemy in real combat. But the rules cannot be changed. The other champion, Kelb... So the Jedi... No. Alright.
I have lost. But there are others already here who are more than your equal. Braylor is one of the
So the Jedi Order... I could only do that if I but the rules can't... So, you're the Jedi the camp's been talking about. And you... I'm Zarga. I sent one of my warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days, and I want you to bring back his corpse and his survival pack. If Kumas wasn't dead, he'd be back already. Good point. I don't want his body just... do as you will, but you won't Mandalore will gather the scattered clan. Damn it.
right. Stand back. Sith's blood! This jungle attacks anything made by... Every Mandalorian dedicates himself to honor. I am fortunate since not only every time my machines... This jungle attacks anything made by... You're trying to help Mandalore. I'll take whatever help I can get. Whatever... I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack, especially right now. Your space battle may have attracted unwanted attention, and our... seems just about everything involved with a relay dish. If you think you can help, there's the broken cables right over there. The only thing I know for sure is we need a new phase pump. We actually already found one in an old weapons cache, but flaming... That's a problem with Canox. But if you turn your back on the pests, they're vermin, and no challenge from... Just gut every Canoc you come across. You... Alright then, come back when you have the... Any progress with the...
We've called off our patrols outside, but without our patrols, some of the larger beasts may be around. Our sensors picked up 3 ships. If any of the Onderon military come search... I don't know. It was some sort of freighter. It didn't land in any of the clearings along the path. Knowing some of the larger Duxon beasts, the people of Onderon still live in fear of us. They were the first. Their resistance was laughable. We cut through their defenses like vibroblades. Who knows? Our relay dish is down. The Onderon military has cordoned off the planet, so there shouldn't be anybody else to... It's like someone is searching the planet, and doing so under the noses... I don't know. Duxon's all... If you want to pitch in, go... You can find him in the eastern side of camp, just south of the... We heard reports of a Zakeg wandering the paths around here. If you see one, stay out of its way. Without... It's a huge red lizard that's built like a Baragwan battle tank. It has a hide so... We keep clearing them out of the area, but they keep coming back. You fight a Zakeg. Strong words. It would be amusing to see... And bring me back a trophy from your kid. Damn it. Ready to head back to your ship? Give the... You have fought and defeated. During the war, we abandoned our headquarters before Revan's final attack. Only a few volunteers were allowed to stay and fight. You here to gloat over your victories in the back, so why are you... So what? Yeah, I do. I don't know why Mandalore would let some... If it were up to me, you would have been shot on sight. Blasters, energy shields, armor, and... It's bad enough I have to stand here and pass out some... The only advice I'll give you is, when you're in the jungle, shoot it. The greatest honor for a Mandalorian is to distinguish them. They assist as freighter pilots, technicians, or quartermasters. There's honor there, but it's not for someone young like me. This task is distasteful.
my predecessor was loading equipment from Cache D, the old quartermaster was carrying out a load of blast converters and walks. So I got the job.
Finally arrived, Jedi. I seek to reclaim the honor that you... This time, we fight... Now you face a
Assistance. I'm Kumis, and Zargo is not wrong in thinking me dead. We assume that any Mandalorian who does not report back within a day has been taken by the jungle. I still live. I am just in a difficult situation. Do you expect me to beg? I am not going to I only ask that you help a warrior face a more noble death than this. If you will not aid me, then we have nothing more to say to each other. Don't touch that button, it'll blow up all my charges. No!
Statement. Your actions make... Ratio achieved.
Wait a moment. Do you see that boma over there? The force flows through even these simple creatures. If you empty your mind, you may be able to feel its thoughts. They aren't fully formed, basic instincts, urges, dominated by every breath and every moment, primal and Good. Beasts can be easier to affect than other sentients, but you must bridge the gap between. You feel its consciousness. Like a low rumble before the storm. Use the You came close, and you have potential. With practice, you can make any. But the cage around their perceptions is a fragile thing. Many things can break. The force is subtle and more powerful than.
Ratio achieved. Assassination protocol. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Statement. That explosion has stirred many life forms.
I am a Mandalorian. Mandalore sent me out here personally to track a ship. Yeah, from what little we could pick up on sensors, it was bigger than your ship. This one was trying to slip in quietly, and it was keeping its eye... Just this corpse. Looks like a scout, and pretty green, too. The fool walked right in. He can't have been the only one crawling around here. If there's more, we need to... There's more of these scouts in the jungle. There's many paths, and I don't want them to... If we split up, we should be able to find their scout. I'm going to take up a position to the east. You go west. I haven't seen anybody come around here yet.
Set the staging camp up here.
Lieutenant, 2 of our scouts...
Do more? Nothing is worth...
More beasts!
Everyone!
Engaging.
What happened to Lan?
He got swarmed by those little beasts. I think they're called Canox.
I hope this mission is worth it to the Colonel. If not... Wait, did you hear that?
That's her! Get her!
Press this. Ready to serve.
I found more of their scouts, but they started... I heard blaster rifle fire coming from deeper in... I'm surprised they wouldn't talk to you. I thought their grudge would find out anything useful from... I searched their corpses. I'm pretty certain that they're Onderanian military. The only thing the scouts had on them were weapons. No identity cards, no personal effects, and no evidence to figure out who they were if they died or were captured out here. It doesn't work that way. I've told you what I... Colonel, huh? Tobin is General Vatglu's personal cat hound. If he's on your trail, you might... I'm not surprised. He was probably... General Vaklu is the cousin of Queen Talia. He's also in charge of the Onderon military. He led the Onderon resistance when we occupied their world during the Mandalorian Wars. He was a worthy foe. Maybe more than a match for you. Mandalore needs to know about the scouts. I'll let him know your role. You might. One last thing about the battle circle. Perhaps we can face each other. Progress with the... You do? I don't know how, but these pieces look... That's pretty mercenary of you. Here's some credits. I appreciate that. Any progress with the... Kelborn says you are worthy enough to... You have enough honor to face a check... Swords only. No items or the Jedi's force. And no... Kelborn chooses to fight with the blade.
You may fight with fist, foot, and the blade. The match between Jedi and Kelborn is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you fight in the circle again this day, you will face... Here to watch a fight or to... We eagerly look forward to this fight.
No terms today, Sergeant.
Braylor will fight you as you are. Still no killing and no... The match between Jedi and... The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have defeated the most worthy of... We will not forget your deeds, or the honor you have earned this day.
And so, I lose again. I still have much... Before the Mandalorian Wars, we looked at Jedi as weak, but our view was the narrow one. I see that clearly now.
I see now why we couldn't win against you during the war. Your fight with Braylor was brilliant. So what are you? No, I can't. We're taught not to. Mandalorians want to be tested to the limits of our abilities and beyond. Instead of hate, we study, practice, and train until the next time. Any veteran of the Mandalorian Wars respects Jedi like you. Your actions on Duxon validate this. But...
You are the champion of the battle circle this day. That is your right.
You've made quite a reputation around here. I was planning on heading to Isis tomorrow, but you won't be able to get to the Ebon Hawk from the city. If you need to grab anything from your ship, I'd do it now. I know, it made quite a racket. That's to be expected. They don't really like... It wouldn't be much of a test if all you had to do was take a hike through the jungle, now would it? You're alive, in one piece, and learn something about the beasts of the jungle. Are you ready to go to Kelborn told me that they were covert military and probably aligned with Colonel Tobin but that doesn't mean there aren't more. Colonel Tobin is General Vaklu's right-hand man. Back when we were fighting Vaklu's resistance during the Mandalorian Wars, Vaklu wouldn't have any... When you were last here, you probably didn't even go to Onderon. The Republic knew that to begin with, when you talk about Onderon, you're really talking about the ancient walled city of Isis. It depends on who you ask. Queen Talia rules from the royal palace, but her cousin, General Vaklu, they disagree about many things, just like their citizens. We fought General Vaklu. Onderon is a recent addition to the Republic, joining during one of the darker eras in Republic history. Since joining, the Republic has endured many... The people of Onderon don't possess the resolve and strength. They want to go back to an earlier age when they could cower behind their walls. Their spinelessness made them easy to conquer. We're not self-sufficient here. We need supplies. Isis is... which is unfortunate. I don't blame you. They're sad. Are you ready to go to Are you ready to go?
You here to gloat over your big... So why are you...
Ready to head back to your ship?
Word has spread that you have defeated Braylock. I'm impressed. Found Kumas's body yet? If he couldn't defend himself, then he got no less than he deserved. Any sign of that permacrete he was carrying? What a waste. Looks like I'll need to...
The gate guard said you managed to kill a Zakeg. Those are tough beasts, Jedi. You've earned... Are you ready to go? I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out. How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore. All systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in readiness?
It is. Like I promised. Why? You want to back out now?
My only concerns are for the one you escort to Onderon, Mandalorian. Would you do any less for one of your clan?
Don't pretend to understand us. We Mandalorians are a breed apart.
If by apart you mean scattered, broken, and lost, then yes, you are correct.
Not for long. Soon the Mandalorians will be strong again, united as one clan under one banner. Mine.
Ah, yes. The Great Crusade, after the first one was ended by Revan and the Jedi. Such a defeat was merciful, an echo of the end, when your ships were in flames, crushed in the grip of Malachor V. But I do not need to remind you of such things.
I was at Malachor V, and I remember how many Jedi died to stop us there. And no matter how many dead orbit that planet, the Mandalorians still live. Clan Ordo still lives. See Kex there? He was serving on Nar Shaddai's muscle for the Hutts. Kelborn was a scout for the Duros on Frontier Worlds. I brought them here, gave them a purpose. This galaxy will be ours again, I promise you. That is the future.
Indeed. The future is always in motion. It is a difficult thing to see. Perhaps there will be no New Age Mandalore, no great Mandalorian crusade. Perhaps your people fought their last battle at Malachor V, and you have been dying ever since, a quiet death that will last centuries. And perhaps all that remains will be what I see before me. A man wounded by a Jedi, encased in a Mandalorian shell, hunted by the thought of being the last of the Mandalorians.
You've got some guts talking to me like that. You think your age or your Jedi whelp are going to keep you safe from me?
No, Mandalore, you are wrong. I hope that it is you who will keep the one I travel with safe. You are loyal, and you have served many masters, even following them into darkness. Do you wonder where he wanders now, Mandalore? Why he betrayed you at the end, cast you down, left you broken at the edge of the galaxy?
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I can answer the question that burns within your shell, Mandalore. But there is a price. You must keep the one I travel with safe. She is important to me, more important than anything. Show the same loyalty you have shown in the past, Mandalore. If there is a Mandalorian crusade, Let it be for something that will carry your people's memory into the future. So when the time comes when there are no more Mandalorians, then at least their honor will remain. The one I travel with has walked your same path, and I ask that when the end comes, that you remember that kinship, even if it seems there is nothing else left.
Forget the Jedi. Keep your eyes on her.
1, 2, 3.
Mandalorians, we've got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must eliminate them all. None of them can escape. Our whereabouts must remain a secret. Let us join the battle. Our allies will need our help.
Seems trouble follows you on a regular basis. I think it's best for both of us if we head to ISIS immediately.
Vaklu's saying that the Republic ship attacked first? That's madness!
Unfortunately, lie or not, it's a madness people will believe.
The timing of this is atrocious. A space battle above our skies, so many of our fighters lost?
Curiously, only Tobin's men were involved in that battle.
That shooter!
Strong word, Your Majesty. But there is no good time for news like this. I recommend we continue with our plan.
But won't that bring even more followers to Vaklu's side? Increasing his power?
For a time, perhaps. But we both know he's not the true threat. It's his unseen support from the shadows that we must drag out into the light. Then, and only then, can we strike.
I fear by then it will be too late.
Here we are, the city of ISIS. It's been shut down tight for months now. General Vaklu is close to declaring martial law. We won't be able to travel too far in the city. Fortunately, I have a friend in this quarter of the city. He's a doctor by the name of Dagon Gent. His office is on the other side of the market square. It might be best if you do the talking around here. The Onderonians have a mixed view of Mandalorians after we conquered their world.
Ready to serve.
It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. You are human, aren't you? Your face looks... never mind that. Oh, it must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade... Nothing new. Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space... All Republic vessels must be searched. And the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. And ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. Bad days. And things are getting worse. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport.
Latest news today, the Onderan Space Force has confirmed that a Republic military craft initiated the space battle over our planet. Sources inside the military say the first shots of the massive battle were fired by the Republic vessel, the Ebon Hawk. The Ebon Hawk is a capital-class vessel and it destroyed 15 Onderan military fighters before being destroyed by Colonel Tobin's forces. Queen Talia is expected to make an announcement later today. Whether her support of the Republic will falter due to this attack is unknown.
I can't believe the Republic assaulted our space forces. Forget about secession. We should declare General Vaklu is royalty too. I know a lot of people that wish he was king. I think Vaklu...
I heard the Paragus mine.
That space battle has caused hell with our schedules. Our quotas for shipments...
General Vaklu was an underground resistance leader during the Mandalorian occupation. He's a real hero.
Fair winds to you, Offworlder. Is it too much to hope that you are a Telosian merchant? These beasts you see here are for but the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long... We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. They have been kept in their cages for a long time. Perhaps it is the city itself. Isis has fallen. These beasts you see here are for the Republic vessels that transport them. We have... I am a beast rider. We keep hoping that Ithorians are Telosian. Our people have been here for centuries. In ancient times, our people were criminals, but our ancestors learned how to survive and even tame the mighty beasts. But 2 generations ago, an Isis princess named Gallia and a great beast rider here. But now things are unraveling. Even the beasts can smell it in the air. Many beast riders have fallen to the city ways, and some are now no more than common. The beasts stir from the changes in the wind, and cannot be... No one is to leave the city without the Star. Telos was attacked by Darth Malak in the Jedi Civil War. The surface was... The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create an... Calm.
Run! The...
I don't know what to say. I had heard, not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fire, as you've just seen, when they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. I am so sorry for insulting you with... I again apologize for the Boma attack. The beasts are growing very restless.
I have questions. You fought with Revan and Malik. We'd never faced Jedi before. You've always been in the Jedi Order. The things that are common knowledge to you are... We only knew what we had seen in holovids and from our experience with Exar Kun. We thought we would triumph easily over such noble and compassionate leaders. Those are weaknesses. What did you think of us? War breeds butchers on both sides of the battle lines, Jedi. It's just that we were better at it than anyone. Ever consider what would have happened if we'd won? The Sith would have been nothing more than a border skirmish against the might of my clans. We would have brought a new age of strength and expansion to the Republic. With the wealth of the core worlds providing arms and warships to fuel our growth. Instead, the Republic won. Look around you. Look at what your precious victory has brought you. I ask you this. Is the galaxy better off for the Republic's victory? I suppose we'll never... Now, is there something else you... The Republic is a stagnant beast. Were it not for Revan's strength, the Republic would already... Only Revan was worthy of our respect. We swept through the Outer Rim without any opposition. Only then did the battle turn. But as you know, only a handful of Jedi fought. While... I'm sure they were good. I'm not accusing you of being a coward. You commanded the Republic. Now is there something else? The Republic thinks my people are dead. You should have destroyed us when you had the chance. As long as our honor, fortunes, and lives revolve around... Our history and our ways are something only on the battlefield can you truly learn. There are, but those are luxuries. Luxuries that the Mandalorian clans will be united. Then, but we live in times of action. Now is there something else? I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalore, but I will not be your errand boy. Now is there something... Like us, the people of Onderon are warriors. Early in their history, they built ice. No matter how far they've progressed, they're fundamentally still warriors. They don't like outsiders. And they fell quickly during the Mandalorian Wars, despite their martial skill. Now is there something else? I fought countless battles. Ones most didn't walk away from. The war... I may have been stronger in my youth. And stupider. Now is there something else?
Halt, off-worlder. You'll have to answer some questions before you go in. What is your business? Why not? I can see you. You're free to go. Don't lose your starport visa.
I'm Captain Galisi off. If you want to pass here, I'll need to see your star. Everything seems... There are reports of Republic smugglers arming dissidents in the city. Checkpoints have been... There are two types of starport visas. The type you have is an individual visa. Good for just you and any pre-registered staff and family that... I don't make the law, off-worlder. Only the Queen or General Vaklu can issue starport visas. I wouldn't pay the beggars near here much mind. Just ignore them and go. Because of the Republic attacks, General Vaklu just announced that the Office of Immigration has been shut down. There have been a lot of edicts since the Republic launched an unprovoked attack on our space forces. No one can get starport visas anymore. Listen, I wouldn't mind letting some of these unfortunates through. Besides, some of my troops would like nothing more than to get rid of me. Any officer loyal to the Queen has found life increasingly difficult. So far, all the officers in the Merchant Quarter are still royal. I think he's right too, but he should respect the Queen's orders. But if I break any of Vaklu's orders, I fear some of my men wouldn't wait. The Republic and the Jedi brought many wars to our planet. Things were far simpler and safer when we were... General Vaklu keeps pressuring the Queen to listen to the will of the people and secede from the Republic. But Queen Talia is staunchly in favor of the Republic.
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for Isis Calm.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for interrogation.
But, well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at? This is none of your business.
Please, ma'am, help me. Vaklu's...
A warrant? General, it was specifically meant for us to pick up spies like... That is classified... Men, let him go. And you should watch yourself.
I don't know how to thank you. Eventually they'll come back for me. After that, thank you.
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of...
You have the look of someone used to it. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open I only know of one person who might offer something comparable. And what's going on? There's only one thing ultimately more important than money, and that's your... I want nothing to do with her. If you want to... No, I don't think so. It's really very...
Lord Dashiell recommended a special commendation for Colonel Tobin due to his brilliant... Without him, Lord Dashiell said, the Republic attack would surely have done more damage. Tobin...
We're gonna have to find another source of cheap fuel now.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Off-Worlder. How can I assist you? Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but the Republic blockade has meant long delays. That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Isis is an ancient city. Towers like these were built to protect us against... A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. That's a long story. You sure you have the time? Someone else who likes history, huh? All right. It protected us from the dangerous beasts that litter Onderon. This city is as old as our civilization. For ages, our worst criminals were cast out of the city to an almost... They learned how to tame the native beasts. A Drexel is a... About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orin Kira. That was right at the start of the beast. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen. It's hard to put aside sin. Citizens usually only see the fault. Certainly. These are troubled times. I've been warned from command to keep my opinion. Ask around, though. There are plenty. Times are too complex for a simple... If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that... The politics of the day is probably the most talked about. Opinions are like Gisco around here. Stay...
I can't believe General Vacuo's royalty too. I know a lot of people that wish he was king.